Good morning, happy day to all. The Old Man River by Dorothy Deming. What is the title? The Old Man River by Dorothy Deming. Look at the pictures and guess the name of these natural disasters. What causes a tsunami? You know that it's caused a sudden motion on the ocean floor. This motion could be an earthquake, a powerful volcanic eruption, or an underwater landslide. This you know. And what is the drought? That is also this is a shortage of water for an excessive period of time. This kind of any natural disaster is relevant to this lesson. Let's see. What is the title? The Old Man River by Dorothy Deming. See, this is a drama. It's a play. There are some characters who enact on the stage. As your student, here is also some students who is enacting. They take role on the stage. Let's see the characters in the plays. Who are the characters in the drama? Emmy Marshall, 17 years old girl. Betty Marshall, her younger sister. Rose Field, 16 years old, the Marshall's neighbor. Sarah Field, 9 years old, Rose's sister. So Emmy and Betty are sister, Rose and Sarah are sister. They are sibling. Emmy, Betty is sibling, Rose, Sarah is also sibling. Jim Hall, 17 years old, another neighbor to Emmy Marshall. Mr. Peters, member of the Red Cross Disaster Committee. And finally, Penny Marsh, Red Cross nurse. Once again, who are the characters? Emmy, Betty, siblings. Rose, Sarah, siblings. Jim is a friend who is 17 years old. He is a boy. Mr. Peter and Penny Marsh. If it is a play, the setting is very, very important, right? Setting of this play is living room of the Marshall home. Living room means it's a hall in the center in our house, The scene 1 starts. Scene 1 at Rice. Emmy, Betty and Rose are sitting around the living room table. Emmy and Rose are knitting. Betty is looking at pictures in a magazine. The stage is not very bright. Rose. Goodness, it gets dark early on these rainy days. Mind if I raise the shade a bit, Emmy? Emmy. No, do, but I guess we need the lights on too. She goes over and puts on the electric light. So Emmy and Betty are siblings. Rose is a neighbor of Marshall, Emmy Marshall. These three are sitting in Marshall house. Rose starts that she wants to put on the lights because there was a heavy rain outside, As the window and curtains are closed, she gone to switch on the light. She gone there to switch on the light. Rose going to the window. How it rains in sheets. And look, your backyard is a small lake. Emmy joining Rose at the window. Gracious, I have never seen it rain so hard, and this is the third day of it. While Emmy agreed to put on the light, Rose looking at the outside, she wondered that there was a lake. It's nothing but there is a heavy rain. Their backyard filled with water and it's look like a lake. It's look like pool. Emmy tells that she has never seen the rain so hard, and moreover, it was the third day of it. 3 days continuously there is raining. Betty puts down magazine and runs to the window. Wee! It's more than a lake. It's a sea. The radio said the river was above flood stage this morning. Whatever that means. It means, Emmy, it means that the water is above that white line on the bank at Thompson Bridge. It must have covered the South Meadows and the highway there. There was Betty also who reads the magazine and come to see the lake, the little pool. On seeing the heavy rain, Emmy tells her opinion about their regional conditions, about their city. If there is rain continuously, the white line of the Thompson Bridge will hide and South Meadow Highway Road also covered. It means some of the downward place can't visible. They can't get road. They can't go out. It's almost they're expecting flood. If the river flows, what will happen? Obviously, it will flood, right? Yeah, they are afraid of whether the flood is coming or not. Rose, it isn't only the rain, it is the snow melting in the hills of the northern part of the state. Hills in the northern part of the state. The girls returned to the table. Oh, I hope we don't have a flood here. There is a noise of stamping feet and someone breathing hard. The girls all looked to the right, the direction of the sound. Rose, who is 16 years old, tells the reason of the rain. It's snow melting in the hills in the northern part of the state. There is a heavy rain plus snow melting. The girls are afraid about the flood. I'll totally know. While they are talking about the condition of the city, there is one more person enter. That is none other Jim Hall, another neighbor of Emmy Marshall, who is 17 years old. Jim is 17 years old, while these three girls are sitting in the room, sitting in the hall. One more person who is entering, he is totally wet. What's his name? Jim. He is also neighbor to Emmy Marshall. Jim Hall, entering from right in shining wet raincoat and rain helmet, which he drags off as he enters. He is panting. Gosh, girls, it's a cloud burst. He kicks off his shoes. I have run every step of the way from school to get here. The river is rising fast. The Burnett Dam gave away an hour ago, they say, and it looks bad. Where is your mother, Emmy? Emmy. She took Dick to the dentist and was going to stop at Mrs. Brandt's for a recipe on her way home. She ought to be here soon. Jim, and your father? Emmy, in Chicago on business, but why all the questions, Jim? Jim, well, you see, he is interrupted by the ring of the telephone. Emmy exit left to answer it. Her voice can be heard clearly. When Jim Hall enters the house, he was totally wet. He takes off his raincoat, his rain hats, and he removed his shoes. Tells there was heavy rain, there was a heavy fall of rain outside. He is telling about some more condition of the city, that river is rising fast. Once the river flows, what will happen? Obviously, the dam will break, right? After telling all this, Jim Hall asked Amy's mother, because only in the house, the only three girls are sitting around on the table. Who are they? Amy, Betty, Rose, and now one more person, who is Jim. So only four people in the house, Mr. Marshall house. Amy's mother took Dick to the dentist and going to stay some while at Mrs. Brandt's house for a recipe. She'll be soon there, and father had gone Chicago on business. Amy surprised that why Jim asking all in the family. Amy in the phone call. Hello? Yes, mother, I know. Isn't it awful? How will you get home? Yes, mother, I'm listening carefully. Amy's voice grows very serious. Yes, I will. No, mother, no, I won't. Jim Hall is here and Rosefield too. Yes, all right, I'll tell them. Goodbye. Amy returns to the room. She's looking very scared. Mother can't get home from Mrs. Brandt's. The bridges between here and town are underwater. Rose, mother says you're to telephone your mother right away and tell her you will spend the night here. Rose, I will, that will be fun. Hurries from the room. Amy, Betty, you and I are to fill all the bowls, tubs, pails and pitchers with the fresh water in case the town supply is cut off or made unsafe to drink. Mother says she hopes you will stay and help us, Jim. Jim, that is just why I came, Amy. I think I'll look up a lantern and see. Amy received a phone call from her mother. Her mother instructed her to fill the tubs, bowls, pitchers, whatever utensils, to fill up all the fresh water. And her mother can't get home from Mrs. Brandt because the bridge's condition is very bad. So she asked Rose to stay after informed her parents at home. Jim also stayed there to help them. Rose from outside still at the telephone with irritation. Central, I am trying to get main 3022. I can't. There is a pass and Rose comes to the door, her face frightened. The telephone is dead. I can't get Central. There isn't even a buzzing on the line. Betty is a younger sister of Emmy who found a flashlight and candles. Guess why? There is a heavy rain, right? What about the current? It will off. The lights will off, right? So they are taking precautionary things. Rose gone to the telephone to inform her parents, but phone was dead due to the cloud burst raining. Jim, means the lines are down between here and town. Well, girls, let's get organized. Betty, look up your flashlight and candles, lamp, lanterns, or anything we have got. Rose, fill the tubs and pails, and Emmy and I will check on food, blankets, and coats. Better get out the first aid kit. Everyone make it snappy. Rose and Betty exit left. Jim turns to Emmy. This is serious, Emmy. I don't want to scare you, but your house is in the direct line of the river. If the dam has given away, he goes to the window. Well, if it has, you can see for yourself that it means we can't get out by the main road and we are already cut off from the south side. Look, he points out of the window. Emmy joins him. She gasps. Jim directed Betty to take the lights and candles and Rose to fill the tubs and pitchers with the fresh water. Emmy and Jim check on food and blankets, the first aid kit. Rose and Betty gone to do their allotted work. Jim tells Emmy if the dam broke, if the dam will break because of the heavy rain, the house will wash away. You know why? The house is in the direct line of the river. They can't get road also. They are looking window with the fear of rain. Emmy, Jim, the water is up around the garage and thought it was just a pool in the garden, but it is Jim soberly. The river. Yes, hey, that's old man river himself creeping up to your door. Jim and Emmy watch it a moment. Emmy shudders. Emmy, oh Jim, I'm scared. Already their playhouse, their garden and garage filled with rainwater and looks like pool. Jim was seriously thinking about the river, the old man river. It's slowly coming to the city to wash out, So that is why they're totally scared. Jim, placing a hand on her shoulder, steady old pal. We have been through bad things before and come out safely. Remember the school fire. First thing, we must not let the others see how scared we are. Next, get all the things you can together here. Water, food, blankets, coats, lights. I am glad I served on the Junior Red Cross Emergency Squad during the war. It's too bad you live in a bungalow instead of a two-story house. But we can always climb into the attic and onto the roof. Jim convinced Emmy that they should not afraid. Jim once served Junior Red Cross Emergency to help the people, particularly in the school fire, and the place they stayed even in the attic and onto the roof. When we face the difficult situation, we have to sacrifice all the luxurious life and ready to live on a congested place also. Jim served on the Junior Red Cross Emergency Squad during the war. See, first of all, what is Red Cross? The Red Cross Society is an international humanitarian service organization. It is the biggest independent, non-religious, non-political, non-sectarian and voluntary relief organization treating people equally all over the world without any discrimination as to their nationality, race and religious belief. It was established. The Red Cross Society was established in 1863 in Geneva, Switzerland by John Henry Dunant, the father of Red Cross movement and recipient of Nobel Award for Peace in 1901. He is John Henry Dunant is a humanitarian, businessman and super soul. Emmy, still staring out the window, how fast is the river rising? Do you think, Jim? Jim, I don't know and it might stop before it reaches us. If only the rain would let up, we will signal for help from the roof. They will send a boat or something. There will be always some people who will help them, will help us these kind of emergencies, right? There is also the Red Cross Society people who help to help there. Amy is still looking at the window and thinking about the river. Jim suggested her if they get in any trouble, they will be help. They will get help from somebody. Who? From the Red Cross Society, and they decided. Jim decided to go out, and he will get some help, and people who can anybody see the Jim, and they will send a boat or something. Rose entering left. I have got enough fresh water to last us a week. Who will send a boat for us, Jim? And from where? She goes to the window, screams, "Horror! Look at the river!" Amy, hush, Rose. Don't tell us. Don't tell the others. Jim says we will be all right. Let's see what food we have on hand. Betty, entering left. Here are the lights. Did you say food? Hark, what's that? All four stand perfectly still, listening. From far off, a child's voice is heard. Sarah. Rose, it's me, Sarah. Rose enters there and heard the voice. Here they are talking. Asked who will send the boat. Rose, friend of Amy, right, looks at the window. River slowly coming up to the house. Rose afraid, and Amy convinced her that not to shout. Why? Because the small children is also there, they will get afraid of it. Jim tells them they will be all right. Betty also joined them. The four, who are Amy, Betty, Rose, Jim, standing together and heard a child's voice from far off. That is Sarah, sister of Rose, younger sister. Rose, Sarah, where is she? All run to the window. Amy, there she is, on the playhouse porch. How did she get there? Rose, followed me here probably. She loves that playhouse, the little monkey. Jim goes out calling, stay where you are, Sarah, I'll get you. Amy, it's lucky that the playhouse is on high ground. Rose, still at the window, but it isn't. Look, it's nearly afloat. The girls gather at the window. There goes Jim. Look at the water is above his knees. Sarah used to play at their playhouse porch. There she stuck. Three girls are looking her at the window. Jim alone gone to pick Sarah. Already water rose his knees level. Amy, he will need dry clothes. See if you can find some of Dad's things for Jim. Betty, Sarah can have Dick's. Rose, there, he's got her. Amy, I'll make some hot cocoa for everyone. There is thumping and voices at the right, and Jim enters carrying Sarah pick a bag. Sarah is beaming. Sarah, hello everybody, that was fun. Right, some more, please, Jim? Jim, no, young lady, that's enough. You're heavy. She is dry as a bone. Rose, I am not. Amy, you can have some of Dad's things. I am going to get us some supper. As she says this, the lights go out. They all gasp and Betty screams. Betty is very younger. Amy asked Betty to pick Dad's cloth for Jim and Dick's cloth for Sarah because they are drenched, they totally wet. After experienced all this, Sarah is a very naughty little girl who is 9 years old, wants to play in water, but Jim scolded her, and also Jim picked her like a pick-a-bag. Amy gone to make some hot cocoa for everyone. When Amy gone to bring some food, the lights gone. They are screaming at night. Jim asked Betty to light the candles and switch on the flashlight because Betty is the responsible who collect all the candles and flashlight. Amy tells that they have oil stove for cooking, for making food. Jim trying to sound casual. Powerhouse must be out of commission. Light your candles, Betty. Betty switches on the flashlight and lights 3 candles. Amy, I'm glad we have an oil stove for cooking. Rose, taking a candle, forward march to the kitchen. Betty takes a candle and follows with Sarah trailing. All exit right. Humming tramp, tramp, tramp. The boys are marching. Jim. In a low voice to Emmy, the river was up another foot, Emmy, another hour, and that playhouse would have been floating out in the current. At this rate, the floor here will be underwater by morning. Emmy. What will we do then, Jim? Neither Sarah nor Betty is a strong swimmer. Rose took the candles and gone towards the kitchen. Sarah and Betty are singing song and following their sister. Emmy and Jim were talking about the river is almost up another foot. Their playhouse will be float for another hour. Emmy worried about Betty and Sarah because they are too young and they can't swim properly, right? Jim, I'm going to climb out on the roof and start waving the flashlight. Someone will see it and come for us. Emmy, but who? No one is on the main road and there are no houses within sight of us. There will be just a pinpoint of light. Aren't you scared? Jim, you bet. Are you? Emmy, terrified. But I'm glad you're here. Jim, we'll see it through if we just keep our heads. Jim planned to climb trees to waving the flashlight. We'll see somebody and come there to help them. But Emmy tells him there will not be anyone on the main road who will come there to help them. Jim bets Emmy. Jim challenges Emmy. Emmy is also very happy that Jim is so hopeful and positive. Jim says her that whatever condition, whatever trouble situations come around, they will be think clearly all the possible ways and remain calm in great difficulties. Here scene 1 ends. What happened in the scene 1? What happened in scene 1? Emmy, Rose, Betty are sitting in Emmy's house. Mother had taken Dick to the dentist. She can't get home because the bridge's condition is very bad. So she can't get home. Jim also joins them while they are thinking about the river. The four, Emmy, Rose, Betty, Jim, are thinking about the river, the Old Man River. It's slowly coming up toward the city, towards their house. It might be flood. There is another girl stuck who is Sarah, sister of Rose. Jim rescues her from the water outside. They have taken all the precautionary things, and Jim planned to go outside, climb a tree to wave a flashlight in order to get help from somebody. This is what matters in the scene 1. What were the girls doing in the living room? 2 girls are knitting, 1 girl is reading magazine. Why was the mother not able to come home? Because she gone to dentist and also going to stay Mrs. Brand's house. The bridge's condition is very bad, so she can't get home. How did Jim wants to girls to get organized? Jim allotted some work to the girls. Betty to get the candles, Rose to fill the waters, and Amy to check on food. Right? Who went to get Sarah? Where was she? Jim went to get Sarah. She was stuck in the outside, playhouse porch. Scene 2 to be continued next class. Thank you.